Welcome back again, my little babies. Welcome back to the vault. Time for the third review. And the review I'll be giving you is for Lightyear. So let's just jump right into it. This one opens with some text before we see the Space Ranger himself as he explores a new planet. Really lovely cast for this one. Chris Evans lends his vocal talents to play Buzz Lightyear and is joined by the likes of James Brolin, Kiki Palmer, Peter Sohn, Efren Ramirez, Dale Souls, and Uzu Aduba. Fairly unknown cast aside from Evans. What does that say? Pratt. Weird. And a small one to boot. Everyone does fantastically though. There's also Taika Waititi, who I'm not really a huge fan of, but he does well in this and provides most of the laughs with the characters he voices, Story is pretty straightforward for this one. After crashing on a planet, Buzz and his crew spend a year trying to achieve hyperspeed. However, every time Buzz attempts it, years pass back on the planet, leaving him young and his friends and comrades aging and then sadly dying. The story for this film tackles a lot of themes and narratives and manages to bind them all, together for an enjoyable film. There's themes of friendship, love, loss, resilience, and Buzz learning to work as part of a team. Your standard Pixar fare. There are also some rather funny moments throughout the film, mostly coming from Socks, a feline droid, and Waititi's character, Mo Morrison. In terms of humour, there's something for both children and adults to laugh along at. Kind of innocent humour, you expect from Pixar by this point, but not really breaking any new ground. It should come as no surprise that this film is visually and in terms of colour absolutely gorgeous. No surprise, it is Pixar, but every animated shot felt like every detail was poured over lovingly, not to mention the deep, lush colours used to bring the planet and outer space to life. There's a couple shots that really stood out to me. The first being as Buzz spins out of control in a ship, and we get big, beautiful shots with lots of colour. The second is soon after that, where Buzz and another character are stood side by side as the sun rises on the planet. It was honestly gorgeous to behold. It's truly amazing how far animation has come since the Toy Story days. It's just honestly incredible. I can't even really fault animation with a lot of big studios these days. The only thing I learned from this is that I could have my own Space Ranger suit. If I could have that, my own Space Ranger suit, I could die a happy, happy man. But having said that, there's my extremely quick review for Lightyear. Let's jump to the two most important questions. Question number one, would I recommend this film? I mean, kids are going to enjoy this for the most part, and if you are, a die-hard Toy Story fan, I am, I grew up on those films, well, on the first one anyway, then I would recommend this film. If you want to go to the cinema, you're not quite sure what to watch, then definitely give this a watch. So yes, I would recommend it. Let's jump to the next question. Does this film belong in the vault? I had only one main issue with this film, the script. Primarily just how wooden and predictable it was. The humour and jokes also felt like there was no structure. There would be a joke not because it fit the scene or what was happening at the time, but just because the writers thought it would be funny. We just chuck that in there. I have no time for lazy humour like that. I guess as well, I'm just getting a little bored of Pixar films. They all feel very much the same, visually stunning to look at, but not much in the way of solid story. I'm going to get a lot of criticism for this, but just Disney's decision to add a same-sex couple into the film. I've got nothing at all against, having or even depicting same-sex couples, in any kind of media. But what really kind of gets to me is Disney's flip-flopping on this. They're perfectly willing to remove John Boyega from, every, Star Wars poster, marketed in China. They were very much willing to cut out, that kiss from the last Star Wars film. I guess I'm just tired of the inconsistency. It's great that finally, they're not backing down with certain countries saying they're not going to play this film because of the same-sex couple, but in my eyes, just a little too late, Disney. I don't know why, again, like I said, I don't know why they've suddenly decided to stick to their guns with this, but for me, it's a little too late, too little too late. It just feels very performative, and yeah. But, so having said all that, because Disney's flip-flopping and, just because I'm getting quite bored with Pixar films, there's a little turd star. And, again, I'm not giving it a turd star because there's a same-sex couple in it. Not all. I'm not a monster. But just because, it's just not a very enjoyable film. It's just a bit boring. And, yeah, there's a little turd star. It's followed by a To Infinity and Beyond from Buzz. Yeah, that took a bit of a serious downturn. But, as always, guys, if you've seen the film, you loved it, let me know what you loved down in the comments below. If you really disliked it, let me know what you disliked down in the comments below. And as always, if you like what I'm doing here, please don't forget to like, subscribe, share this video with your friends, your pets, your families, your friendly neighbourhood space rangers. And until the next one, peace and love, my dudes.